welcome. Coming to you live from
Albany, Oregon.
on this episode of
CHEEMA
Connect. That's right. That is the name we picked, CHEEMA Connect.
My name is Jamie Phillip, and I'm joined by Harmon CHEEMA, and we are excited to be here on location in Albany, Oregon. Today, we just want to pump up this event because there's nothing better to talk about right now than our drivers.
That's
right.
It's
Driver Appreciation Time. The ATA recognizes next week as the official dates for Driver Appreciation Week. But guess what? That's just not enough at CHEEMA Freight Lines.
Nope. We've been going since last week. Full week in Lathrop.
Full week in Lathrop last week.
Yep. We've been having breakfast, eggs, sausage, bacon, hash browns, early in the morning.
Really early in the morning.
And we had tacos and
quesadillas, yes,
all week long
Choice
in
of
Lathrop
meat.
last week.
This is good.
Yeah, great.
Some of you guys out there ate some.
Yeah,
it was good with it. Am I right?
Yeah, a lot of them did.
That's good. So here we are in Albany this week, and I just want to continue to promote the event. We've seen so many drivers last week in Lathrop, already today here in Albany, and the party continues. And so we wanted to make sure that everyone out there knows what we have available for them. So first of all, when you come visit Driver Appreciation Week, hopefully you're greeted by one of my teammates from the Driver Appreciation Week road crew, and they will put together a goodie bag for you, which will include your Driver Appreciation Week polo.
By the way, I've seen a ton of those. I have seen a ton of those being worn by our professional men and women out there, our driving force out there. Actually, I've seen a few at the truck stop. And I've seen a bunch rolling in all week long here in Albany. That's pretty awesome.
They look tight.
Yeah, they look great.
You guys look great. We had John come in earlier today, and he got his polo, and he put it right on.
Yeah?
He was like, psh, psh, here I go. I'm ready for the show.
All right.
So they get their polo, they get their goodie bag, lots of swag at the table to throw in with it. The hat that I'm wearing, also a part of that free swag. Breakfast, like you mentioned, on the grill. Lunch is different depending on the location. Today we had packaged lunch. Next week,
What's going on? Wait a minute.
Tease what's going to happen in Sumner next week?
What's going on in Sumner next week, Jimmy?
I will just say this. It won't be tacos, nor will it be pre-packed sandwiches.
What is it?
It will have Northwest vibes.
Oh. Like,
when you think of the Pacific Northwest, what's the first thing that comes to mind?
Fish?
That was really good. Yes, fish. Fish and chips. The Frying Dutchman will be on site Monday through Friday next week, so you don't want to miss it. Great food, so come and see what that's all about and eat as much as you can handle. So
we still got to deliver freight, so eat as much as you can handle.
And deliver your freight on time. So you'll get your gift bag. You'll get fed, and then you'll get a chance
at the Wheel of Fortune.
At the Wheel of Prizes. Give it a spin, and you get to throw something else in your goodie bag to take home with you, which could include...
That says Jamie's Choice.
A $10 gift card, a T-shirt, some Seattle Kraken hockey tickets. There's even a $50 gift card and more.
Wait, there's some hockey tickets in there?
There's some hockey tickets. You know, Seattle has a hockey team now.
They do?
Yeah, the Kraken.
Supersonics?
Speaking of fish, maybe the Frying Dutchman could fry up some Kraken. Some Kraken and chips.
Yeah, there we go.
Anyhow, we've got some very special guests on the program today. Harmon, you want to tell us a little bit about who we have today?
Yeah, right after us, we're going to have two, I don't know if I want to call them, I don't know. I don't really have a name for them besides. We got the Doug show coming up right after this. Our very own Doug Mail, Executive Vice President. And we've got Mr. Doug Weisman, who's been a professional driver with us going on, he said, just about over a year.
Yep.
Yeah, about a year.
About a year, yep.
But been in the business for quite some time. He wants to kind of share some of his story and what he likes about, working here and what maybe if he doesn't like, I don't know. You know me. Tell us the way it is. We don't care. Good, bad, or otherwise.
Right. If it's broke, let us fix it.
Yeah, after that, I'll be I'll be talking to Denny with Freightliner Northwest. Many of you know him. He works out of Coburg, but he's usually available and around at some of these events for us in the past. And he's our connection to Freightliner with our local dealership group.
And then I get an opportunity to get to know John Self.
Wait a minute. The John Self?
The one and only.
Wow.
Yeah.
How did you get him?
He was a difficult book. He was very difficult to book, but
Wow.
I did ask about a year and a half in advance, and so he was able to make room in his schedule. So we'll have him on the show.
That's awesome.
It's gonna be great.
John, we're so excited to see what you're all about here in a little bit.
All right, so let's get right to it.
All right.
That's a good nose in the background, huh?
Yeah, there you go.
Well, thanks, Harmon and Jamie. Beautiful day here in Albany, Oregon. Driver Appreciation Week 2021, Week 2. I'm Doug. And guess what? This is Doug.
Yeah,
Doug who? What's your last name?
Weisman.
Oh, that's Doug. Right, exactly. So tell me, Doug, now that we've covered the age-old problem of who's on first, I think we got that earlier, right?
I think so.
What did we decide?
That's still out to debate.
Okay, we'll get back to that next week.
Yeah.
So how long have you been driving, Doug? How long have you been driving a truck?
Total of about 13 years.
Yeah. And why here at CHEEMA Freight Lines do you feel this is a good fit for you? What makes it work for you?
Well, the flexibility, number one, and
flexible?
oh yeah, we're definitely flexible.
Oh, I
Definitely.
didn't realize this.
The greatest thing about this, whole thing is the fact that I am home every single night or day, depending on how you look at it, and I get paid really well for what I do for 5 days worth of work. And you can't beat the equipment. It's most of the time, I'm going to say 99% of the time, it's in good repair.
Good. I know ownership spends a lot of money to make sure you guys have best-in-class stuff, and we want you rolling, not broken down. But this home every night thing works, but I'm eventually sure she's going to want you back over the road. Is that correct? Is that you feel that?
Oh, you think so? Well, no, actually, it kind of works out because she and I can get things done that went on my off days.
Good.
And
I
usually
like it.
it's like towards the end of the week kind of thing, and not the weekends. But hey, you
Yeah.
know, it works out.
Okay. Good deal. What do you got to say to any potential driver out there that's thinking about CHEEMA Freight Lines as a place to work? What would you say? What's a one-liner that would make them want to make CHEEMA the carrier of choice?
I would have to say that the people make all the difference in the world.
Especially the one that's sitting next to you. Right? I mean,
Don't break your arm slapping yourself on the back.
oh no, I won't. I can reach it. Don't worry.
Oh, okay. No, I would have to say that you know, the support staff, driver managers, and everybody from there up are top of the line people, and they treat their drivers really good. I haven't heard too many things bad about CHEEMA at all, which is you don't hear that all the time from different drivers from different companies.
Well said. Well, we appreciate the work you do taking care of our customers. You drivers are the reasons we all have paychecks and we all have stuff on the shelves. You're moving America. We appreciate it. And now we're going to give it back to Harmon and Jamie for sports and traffic. That's all for us.
Thank you all.
Here we are.
All right, we're back. We've got Mr. Denny Drennan here with Freightliner Northwest, who's been our Freightliner partner up in the Northwest for about how long now, Denny?
Oh, it's been about 8 years, I think it's been going on now.
8 years.
Been a while. So it's been a great opportunity to work with CHEEMA here over the last 8 years. You guys have done an excellent job in growing your business, and most importantly, at least to me, is having the opportunity to do business and buying these beautiful trucks for the drivers. It's been an honor.
Yeah, thanks for being such good partners. Right now, there's a huge equipment shortage. There's a huge everything shortage, right, going on in the world right now. And I can tell you that Freightliner Northwest and Freightliner Daimler have been great partners and have been able to deliver exactly what we've ordered. There's been a little bit of delays, but for the most part, it's been getting here, so we can have good equipment for our drivers, refreshed equipment, and new trucks for our new drivers coming on.
Absolutely, yeah. No, it's been a challenge, and it's going to be even more of a challenge next year getting equipment here on time. So, you guys as well. CHEEMA has been a great partnership for us, so we try to do everything that we can to support your business and make sure that things are right.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Denny is located here in Coburg, Oregon. We're actually in Albany, Oregon this week for Driver Appreciation Week. Week 2, Lathrop, California was last week, and we've got Sumner next week. So drivers, if you haven't been able to come through, we've seen over probably close to 200 drivers over the last few days here and last week combined, which has been awesome. We've got to meet a lot of new folks that we haven't seen, and we've seen a lot of familiar faces as well. But we're right here in Albany. But so Denny is based just down the street here in Coburg. And Denny, talk to us about some of the specs and that you've been working on with Harry, and kind of what we've been seeing and some of the feedback. And Denny's kind of an open door. A lot of drivers go to him at the dealership. They got questions on the truck. They just pull right into Freightliner here in Coburg, and he's always willing to help in any way he can to make sure our drivers are familiar with all the new technology and everything that's in the trucks. Because these trucks aren't the same trucks that we had back in the 90s, right?
That's exactly right. No, they're not the same trucks. And before I get kind of maybe into the spec part of this thing a little bit, Harmon, is that
there's one of our trucks right there, actually
coming rolling in. I hear him.
Yep.
But no, it has been just a super opportunity to be involved with your driver appreciation weeks. One thing that I personally like doing is being able to have some interaction with the drivers that are coming in here. I want to know what they like about the trucks, what they don't like about the trucks, so that moving forward, that hopefully we're going to make changes to make it more better for them too. So I know one thing that we talk about a lot on trucks, and that's safety. And I think between Harmon and Harry, you guys have really adopted all the safety features that you can on these trucks. And why is that?
Yeah, absolutely. Safety is number one. We want to be a safe carrier out there. We want to have a good brand, but most importantly, we want to make sure our drivers that are coming out to drive every day and going to work are returning back to their families the same way. So that's very, very important to us. So I don't compromise any safety gadgets that we can install, as long as we're rolling them in and working with our drivers to make sure they're working properly. And your feedback is extremely important.
Yeah, and one thing that happens when we spec these trucks out, there's obviously there's options that you can spec on these trucks. Harmon's always asking what that option costs, except for safety items. So when it comes to safety, hey, we got to have that, and so that's the first thing you guys get.
I still work you on the cost on those as well.
More than once usually. So anyway, yeah. Back to the specs on the truck. Every year Freightliner, has year model changes, and there's always, maybe some optional things that you can add to the trucks. So over the years since you bought your first trucks, every single year there's been more and more options added to these trucks. And again, it's all about, making things comfortable and for the drivers that are there. So, you've got the DD15 engines. We do have those rated at 455s. They uprated the torque on those as 1,750 foot-pounds of torque. The automated manual transmissions, those are really a bulletproof transmissions that are very, very well accepted in the industry. So we put those behind the engine. Those are 233 wheelbase, and then of course I have a 72-inch raised roof sleepers on them, and inside they're dolled up pretty nice with the nice seats, suspension seats. You've got the inverters on them. You've got the television connections that are on it. So
we got the mountain brackets for your flat screen TVs, and
yep, exactly.
Going back to the seats, I always tell Denny, I want to make sure our drivers have the most economical and comfortable seat that we can find, because you're spending a lot of time on that seat.
That's right. Yep, exactly. Yep. So yeah, I can't appreciate more what you're doing and how you're speccing these things out. And it's all about making sure you as drivers are comfortable out there in those. You spend a lot of time, and I do know that you're well respected by the company here. And every time I get into a meeting and we talk about things, it's all about what we can do for the people that are on the front line, really creating the business for this company.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, anything you want, any message you want to pass along to the drivers before we cut it off? I think we've got some more guest speakers here.
Yeah, I really can't think of anything else specifically. Just again, I appreciate the opportunity being here, and I do enjoy hearing from drivers. I do like to know how they feel about the trucks, and overall, I get good feedback. These new Cascadias have been very, very well received, and I know you guys are doing what you can to make sure they're right for everybody out there. So. With that, I don't know. Harmon, anything else that you can think of?
Yeah, so what's if there's a driver rolling through Coburg or Albany area, obviously during the day when you're working, can they stop by and see you if they got any questions?
Absolutely. I'm always try to make myself available for you guys. So, it's best just to call ahead, give me a little bit of a warning. 20 minutes is all I need. But if you've got, issues or things you want to talk about, I'm there, and I'm there to support you and CHEEMA.
Cool.
Yep.
And just a reminder, if there's ever any feedback at all, truck related or anything related, make sure you guys send it in on your work hound, and we do read that every week. We see it all. I know there's a big trailer shortage. I'm getting a lot of trailer comments. Believe me, we're working hard. We're trying to get more trailers in. We're getting more trucks. We've rented a ton of McKinney rentals out there, and I'm trying to get more, but it's just no resources available. So. Don't be shy. Give us your feedback. We see it. I see it. We get together, and we're always looking at it. So that's the only way we can get better and improve.
All right.
All right.
Thanks, Harmon.
Yeah, thanks, Denny.
Appreciate you having me here, and always look forward to getting together with you guys. You do a first-class job. Thank you.
All right. Well, off to the barbecue.
Yeah.
Well, hi, my name is Jamie, and I've brought with me a special guest, a very special guest today, John Self. Hello, John.
Hello, Jamie. It's good to be here.
It's good. I love having guests on the show, and I love being on location. Again, we're here in Albany, Oregon, participating in Driver Appreciation Week, and we've been able to visit with many of John's drivers, so I thought it'd be only appropriate to bring John on the program and get to know John a little bit better. So thanks for joining us, John.
No problem.
John, how long have you been with CHEEMA Freight Lines?
I've been with CHEEMA Freight Lines since March of 2019.
Cool.
So
a little over 2 years.
a little over 2 years,
Congratulations.
2.5 years.
Good. And what's your current role for us? I know, but why don't you tell
I
us?
am a driver manager and a planner, kind of a mix for all things Oregon and Washington, primarily those drivers that are either regionally based or local. So a couple local fleets in Washington and one based out of Oregon as well.
So you could say you're a bit of a hybrid.
A bit of a hybrid.
You
Like the Prius.
You're like a Prius.
Yep.
It's a good comparison, actually. So you plan freight, but you've also got drivers that you manage. Tell us a little bit. I think you handle at least 3 fleets that I know about, maybe 4. Why don't you break those fleets down just for the folks at home that don't know?
All right, sure.
Let's start from north to south, if that helps geographically.
Yeah, north to south. So out of Sumner, we have the Western Washington locals who are home nightly, based out of Sumner. Those are day cab trucks. Drivers do, a lot of support work, helping to deliver loads that get dropped in the yard. They pick up loads to give to other drivers, and then of course there is some of their own freight that is just all local that we run for our customers. Moving south from there, I guess the next fleet would be Northwest Regional, and we actually have some of our drivers there based out of Washington and also Oregon. Those are guys that, they're not hourly. The form of pay is mileage, and they run primarily north and south between Sumner area and Albany area. But there's some variation there, sometimes over to eastern Washington, sometimes down to Portland, over to Clatskanie, just a little more flexibility there. We have, moving south, a Clatskanie to Halsey dedicated fleet, which we affectionately refer to as the GPS.
That's right.
The GPS fleet. And those drivers, they're dedicated to loads that ship out of Georgia Pacific, out of Clatskanie, that go to Halsey, and then head on back up and do it again. And from there, moving down farther south, we have more locals based out of Oregon.
This terminal right here.
Mostly here in Albany. We get to slip seat some of the trucks here to be extra productive, and same type of thing. Not so many deliveries that we take care of here for over-the-road drivers, although a little bit of that, but we pick up a lot of loads out of Toledo and pull them out here so that the over-the-road drivers don't have to go into Toledo too much, and try and just make things as efficient as possible.
Well, that sounds like a full load. That sounds like a handful to me.
They make it easy.
Yeah, well, good. So you were in Sumner not too long ago, but you're not anymore. Tell us about what's going on there.
Yep. So we're moving south, one move at a time. So right now, I'm working out of the Tualatin office. Unfortunately, no parking there, no yard. Kind of in the middle of a transition. So I moved out of Sumner. We're living in Vancouver, working out of Tualatin, with the end goal to end up down here in Albany in a few more months probably, when everything settles down, when everything's ready to move in here, and we find the right place as well.
Nice. Well, very exciting. So this terminal, being one of our newer acquisitions, is beautiful, but has some work to be done. So if you were to walk into the dispatch building, you would see what I'm calling demo day, right? We have all seen fixer-upper, sheetrock everywhere, cables hanging from the ceilings. It's an absolute disaster in there. No one should go in there without steel-toed boots and a hard hat. But
Did
anyhow,
we let Charles in there?
as long as he had steel-toed boots and a hard hat, maybe. Yeah, I trust Charles. How you doing out there, Charles? But that renovation is taking place. They're making room for what will be the future home of the staff that will be reporting here to Albany to take care of those very fleets you're talking about and more. So it's pretty exciting. They hope that might be done in just a few short months. So truly exciting times, and John being one of those team members that will be down here to kind of lead that effort. So exciting you'll be a part of that. I guess in closing, maybe if you want to just say hi, give a shout out to your drivers, let them know how much you love them, because this is Driver Appreciation Week after all, right?
Driver Appreciation Week in Albany. We saw a bunch of you today. If you didn't come by today, come by tomorrow, come by Friday. If we did see you today and you're in the area, come by again tomorrow and Friday. We do appreciate you. We realize all the work that you do. We realize it even more when we're here on the ground with you and see the work that you do. We appreciate it. We're moving America. You're moving America, and we're here for you. So we try and be as available as possible, and if you need anything, please let us know, and we'll do our best to make it happen.
Perfectly said. Thank you, everybody.
All right, we are back.
It's been a great show. I love having guests.
Yeah, it was awesome.
We have some great teammates, man.
We do.
We had Doug
And Doug.
They might start a new show. That
Yeah,
could
the
actually
Doug and Doug. They were funny.
outgrow our popularity.
They were funny.
They were
I
good.
hope we get like an extra 1,000 views out of them.
There could be a spinoff in the making.
Yeah.
You got some time with Denny, so we got to hear from our Freightliner guy.
Denny was awesome.
That was pretty special.
Yep.
I got a chance to talk to John, get to know him a little bit
The
better.
John.
The John self. So I think we should do more of this. It's been a great week down here in Albany, Oregon. Driver Appreciation Week continues in Sumner, Washington next week. Delicious food, more freebies. Come check it out. Be a part of it. Again, Monday through Friday, all week next week from 5 in the morning.
5 in the morning.
We're up before the sun shines.
I know. We were out putting up, whatever, and that 4 in the morning clock came real quick.
Oh, it does come so early. But you know what? So worth it.
Yeah,
It
totally.
is so worth it to be out here,
We're
to
here
support
for
our
you.
drivers, to connect with as many of them as possible while we are out here. So
Yeah, I think we've seen about just over 200.
it's been amazing.
Yeah.
It's been amazing, and I just hope that we can continue that enthusiasm and energy next week.
Yep, that's right.
Let's keep it rolling all year long.
All right.
Let's do it.
That's it for CHEEMA Connect today, and we'll see y'all next month.
Bye.